Hey NK, it's Omerta. I'm doing your demo review. I've watched the demo already. Your T side's not too bad. There's just some fundamental flaws in your gameplay, which I'll go over throughout the review, such as your post plant positioning, your crosshair placement, your pre-aiming. Your T side's not too bad. It's really your T side or your CT side. It's a little off. Uh, just have to keep in mind that CT side is a very defensive. Uh, you gotta keep a very defensive mindset on your CT side. You do well on T side because you're a very aggressive player. You like taking fights, which is not bad on T side, but you need to make a switch when you go to CT side. We'll just jump right into this. Your pistol round, you get a good shot off on the guy in sight, and your teammate finishes him off. The first real mistake that you make is your teammates are still fighting, and you're pulling out the bomb to plant. I think we talked about this in your session where you need to clear out the site first. You got to clear out um, the spot over here. Oh, if I can get this out, like this spot right here, you got to clear behind triple. Make sure nobody's waiting to just peek out and kill you in CT. There's no reason to rush a bomb plant with a minute and 37 seconds left. So just keep that in mind for your future games. Another mistake here is your post plant positioning, which happens a lot on your T side. Um, you know they're gonna go for this retake. It's pistol round. Nobody ever saves on pistol round. Um, what you need to do is get yourself in a advantageous spot, and this needs to happen every post plant. You need to change your position, play the bomb, and don't pick fights once you have that bomb down. Right here, you make the mistake of just standing out in the open, and the guy in CT is able to kill both of you very easily. So what I would have done is gotten the plant and then hide behind firebox or go behind, not behind, but into palace, underneath balcony, sandwich, Tetris. There's a lot of different places you could have gone. You didn't need to just sort of run into CT, especially so late when you should know that they're rotating either from mid or from CT.
That is the plan. Yes, go, go, go.
On your anti-eco, your team decides to do like a set piece set A. This smoke kind of misses.
Smoke.
It's a little shallow. Gotta be aware of that.
Throwing a flashbang. Grenade.
Here, we run into the same problem. If you're gonna use a scout, which I don't recommend on your anti-eco, and the reason being is because usually what the meta is now is the CTs buy pistol armor, and it's gonna be a two-shot hit for the scout, and they're gonna be playing close angles, or they should be playing close angles, and a scout is not the ideal weapon to clear out sites with or to take close engagements. So I definitely recommend buying an SMG or a rifle over a scout, especially when the new meta is to pistol armor. Now, I don't know how often you watch pro games, but that is definitely the norm, is to pistol armor when you lose pistol. The only exception to this is when you're on the T side and you get the bomb plant on pistol, and then you save on the second and you buy on the third. So just keep that in mind. And here, what I wanted to say originally is you got to clear sight. You've got that one entry. but you can almost guarantee they're going to have another, at least one more person somewhere in A. So you gotta be aware of your surroundings a little bit more.
I am planting the bomb.
He tries to plant. This guy swings out and kills 3 of you. And what you should have done is not buy a scout, have an SMG, and like help clear sight, push through. You guys still somehow win the round. Excuse me. I'm sick. Here you won the previous round, and you have 3,000, but you don't buy armor, and you buy dualies, which is a big mistake. You guys opt to just run into B, and you get slaughtered
I'm throwing flashback.
with good reason. You guys lose this round. So do not buy dualies, buy armor, especially when you win the previous round. You, excuse me, you absolutely need to have an upgraded weapon and some armor. You guys decided to do a broken buy here. You get a really nice shot off on the guy in window. It's not bad at all.
Laying down smoke.
The mistake comes when you're taking mid control.
I'm throwing flashback. Throwing smoke. I'm throwing a grenade.
You're like in a spot that's not really going to help your teammate out very much. You need to be up here and just holding cat or holding window.
Flashback.
You sort of sit behind box way too long and you get caught out.
Throwing a flashback.
So in that situation, you should be up with your team, either watching window, scoped in on cat, or scoped in somewhere, and that'll give your team liberty to work up into connector, boost into window, work up cat. The op is sort of like the anchor on an angle. So what should happen, especially on like Mirage mid, is you're scoped in on once you've cleared right side window, you're scoped in on left side window, and you tell your teammates like, hey, I'm scoped in on window. I got your window. You can work up cat. You can work up connector, or whatever. You just gotta coordinate. You gotta coordinate that and be vocal about what you're doing with that op, instead of just sitting behind boxes and sort of like just jumping around.
Yes, moving. Smoke.
You guys do an eco here.
Throwing flashbang. Flashback.
You were the entry here. I know you normally op, but as an entry fragger, and you have that good spawn, especially when your teammate flashed out the window for you, you need to just keep going. You need to keep pushing. As an entry fragger, your job is not normally to get kills. It's more to get information. So what should have happened there is that you use your spawn advantage to just fly out window or to fly off balcony and just keep pushing, and you can call out enemy positions and hopefully you get a kill. And what that would have done in a perfect scenario is the guys in sight would be more focused on you flying out window, and your teammates right behind you can get the kill. On CT side, it should be, you kind of want to do the opposite, especially on a rush like this. You want to just, it's a Mirage B, you just want to get these kills. Sit like in cat or sit sight and just kill people crossing as many as you can, and then worry about the guy flanking you. You just want to do as much damage as possible. So I guess you almost get a kill here. See, if you would have just jumped out here, jumped into truck, or jumped out window, this guy would have been shooting at you, and the teammates behind you could have easily traded on him.
That is the plan. Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
It's another buy round for you guys. I think this smoke actually lands, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm throwing
I don't know what you did. I think you just pushed the W key. Still a little deep. That one didn't land correctly either. Here, you need to play to your weapon's advantage. So you have a Tech 9, which is a up close weapon. So what you should have done here is just push this guy in jungle, or push the guy steps, or push the guy in triple, or pick a fight up close. I think you guys do fine. You win the round here. Just something to keep in mind. You want to play to your weapon's advantage, or your weapon strength rather. It's not a bad play. You sit sandwiched. You're able to get a kill. You have to keep in mind that you can be seen from CT. So you either need to hug this wall or hug the other wall and stay away from like sort of like the middle area right here, so you don't get shot from CT. It's a good play. You guys run around. Do another A execute. Stairs is not bad. As soon as this guy under Bauk dies, you should have been just scoped in on jungle. Scoped in on jungle or scoped in on stairs. You kind of don't want to be here with an op, or go into palace. I think you die here. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be under Bauk with an op. Again, going back to some fundamentals is your post plant positions. You just got to keep in mind that you need to be in a good spot to defend the bomb. You just got to ask yourself if they come from CT or they come from steps, which is like the most likely avenue of approach. Where can I defend the bomb with the weapon I have? Under Bauk is definitely not that spot. Around for the CTs, you do another set piece at A. Bad. That's totally your teammate's fault. Not much you can do there. Then you got a clear sight. Your teammates did a good job here. B's not a bad play. Just remember to clear sight. That should have been traded. That just comes with playing more, just DMing. You have to remind me to give you the warm-up regiment. I'll message you after I do this demo review. Alright, once you clear that, you should be just trying to cross over. This guy in connector shoots you. So once you clear window, you can be scoped in on connector. You can go behind boxes, and you don't just sit out in the open here. You got to be aware that they can see you over the smoke. You had a good spot here. Good play. Do another set piece. Almost let's go here. Your teammates clean up. They don't pick up your op though. Gotta definitely tell them to pick up your op in that when you die. Here you should be scoped in on jungle, scoped in on something. Instead of just once you get these entries, you sit out in the open a little too much. once your team gets these kills, you need to get yourself in a better spot to catch these rotators. You sort of like sit on the open a little too much, or you get yourself in bad post plant positions. What you can do, what you can do for excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, what you can do for Mirage A is you can come out ramp, try to get this pick at CT without throwing any smokes, or try to go for that early pick of somebody crossing over to stairs from CT. For example, if you were spawned here with an op, you can just run out ramp and peek the guy in CT or peek the guy trying to cross over to stairs. And usually with this spawn, you can catch the guy throwing the smoke at ramp, like almost 90% of the time. It's a pretty good chance you're gonna get that kill. Or you can, if your team's doing a set piece, you usually don't have your opper throwing smokes. Your opper will usually go mid or go in palace and try to get a pick in jungle.
Let's go. Let's go. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing flashback.
Right here, going back to B is not a bad idea. There's only one guy here. The mistake you and your teammate do is you just run in. What should have happened here is you definitely had time to like scope in on market, scope in on cat, and have your teammate just run by. You can definitely look for that entry with the op and just walked in. And while your teammate crosses, if he gets picked off, you could have just traded on the guy in market and just gotten the bomb plant and let your teammate lurk. Instead, you run in first.
Flashback.
And so what you should have done was just walk in, have your teammate run across, and you could have gotten the trade in market. You had plenty of time to walk in.
Counter-terrorists win.
Go, go, go. Flashback.
You lost the fight here. You use that smoke that I showed you, and you need to at least like flash yourself out or just wide peek it, pre-fire it. You sort of just run out here and die, and you put your team in a really bad position with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Last round.
Laying down smoke. Flashback.
Lost in smoke.
Grenade.
Here again, you're trying to plant way too fast. I know you had no utility, but you should have been trying to even up the game a little bit more, or try to make a play here. You know they're going to be in CT. You know one guy's already in connector, so they're already rotated over. You have to try to like even the game up here. Here you sort of were like staring at nothing instead of pre-aiming connector or pre-aiming jungle, or excuse me. So in a 3 versus 2, you definitely don't have to rush a bomb plant. What you want to do is go make a play and try to even up the game. Then once you planted, you should have been pre-aiming up here or pre-aiming jungle or something, or trying to walk up on this guy. You didn't want to just sit on default box. You just got yourself killed right away. This round, you run into the same mistake you did last round. You hear the rush and you're aiming at nothing. What you should have been doing is aiming up at the window. See right here, You hear the rush, but you're sort of just aiming at nothing. You should be aiming up here, trying to hit these headshots and helping your teammate out as much as possible.
Roger. Planting.
Bomb has been planted.
Roger that. Come on, jump. Throwing flash.
You'll have to save so you can get an op, I'm assuming. It's not bad. Pushing mid's not a bad idea either.
Throwing a grenade. Planting. Smoke.
Bomb has been
Excuse me.
Smoke.
Here, you sort of just run in. Not much you can do there.
Throwing fire. Smoke.
You go for the pick mid, nobody's mid.
I'm throwing smoke. I'm throwing flashback. Grenade. Flashback. Grenade.
It's in this situation you need to.
Bomb has been
You did a good job here, clear your mid, looking for the lurker. But then you need to go help your teammate out. Stay scoped in on Palace, stay scoped in somewhere. Try to get these kills. You get the kill on Palace, you're doing bad play.
Throwing smoke.
Go for the pick mid again, there's nobody there. Your team should be just calling the B rush. You should have been rotated a long time ago. Here, you just need to rotate. You take a really long time to rotate. You say you're gonna go market, and you change your mind, and you run up mid to go cat. What you could have done here is do the boost in window. There's a way to jump from. There's a way to jump from the ledge here onto the crates. All you gotta do is just like strafe jump out, sort of similar to the window jump in B. And you can go in through ladder and come out, and you'll be rotated like right away, or just commit to rotating through market. You take a lot of time here to get on this retake. I don't want to say it's the reason you lost the round, but it can definitely it definitely played a role in this round, losing this round.
Roger that. Remember.
You just get caught out here. It's really unfortunate.
Let's go. Throwing a grenade. Throwing flashbang.
It's a shot in the mid.
Flashbang. Grenade.
Better way to do that flash is just to bounce it off the wall here, and it'll land on top of the little roof thing right here.
Deploying flashbang. I'm throwing smoke. Planting.
Bomb has been planted.
Not a bad retake.
Using the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Count.
Laying down smoke. Smoke.
You missed a shot mid.
Smoke. Incendiary out. Grenade. Grenade.
You know there's a guy mid, so when you get smoked out, you sort of don't know what to do. In this situation, you know that there's a guy mid. They haven't planted the bomb yet. You should be hunting for this guy mid. Kill this guy mid, and then focus on the retake. Once you saw that your teammate was in connector, I guess it was okay to sort of just like scope in onto steps and then scope in on Palace. You just got to take that initiative on the CT side. It's not a bad play. It worked out for you, but just keep in mind when you know that there's a lurker on the other side of the map, you should probably just quickly just eradicate the lurker depending where he is. In this case, He was mid, so that was definitely a big threat. So you should have just focused on killing this guy. If the lurker was like in B or something, you can just focus on the retake, killing these guys as quick as possible.
Deploying flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Almost get that shot off from Palace.
Flashbang.
And right here, you're pre-aiming at the wall instead of pre-aiming where the guy's going to peek from, which is right here. Okay, if he were to peek you right now, you would have, 110% missed that shot. So you want to be pre-aiming like right here. This is where they're going to come peek out of, is this little sliver right here.
Smoke.
Take a shot off on this guy.
Counter-terrorists win.
Good rotate, very good read.
Roger. Moving. Laying down smoke. Incendiary out.
Mid-pick again.
I'm throwing smoke. Grenade out. I'm throwing flash.
So right here, chances are they're not going to peek mid this late. You should have just peeked underpass. Excuse me. Peeked underpass or push top mid and then go up cat to help your team. Again, you take a really long time to rotate.
Throwing
And
flashbang.
then you molly yourself out, so you're essentially only limiting yourself to coming outdoor. You should have used that molly at truck, bench, palace. There's a lot of places you could have saved that molly for the post plant.
Flashbang. Flashbang. Grenade.
And you guys lose that retake.
Get ready. Grenade back them from Roger. Throwing flashbang. Grenade.
You lose the mid pick here a lot. I would definitely start using your spawn instead of just always coming straight to mid. So if you get a good spawn for A, I would go for the pick palace, go for the pick ramp. You don't really have an impact at mid with your op in this game. And some games you can be winning this fight all the time, getting good spawns. In other games like this one, you don't really have an impact at mid. I think you force bot here. I would have definitely just stayed with your team. You lose the op. Again, no impact at mid. You double smoke this for some reason. I don't know why you decided to throw another smoke there. Take a shot here. You throw a flash to mid. I would not recommend doing that because you get picked off by the offer, and that flash is really just a waste of money. You're not going to achieve anything by throwing a flash like that.
Flashbang. Smoke. I'm throwing smoke. I'm throwing a grenade out. Roger.
Your teammate should have been calling out that it's going to be a B execute way sooner. In a situation like this, I would have gone up cat or gone underpass. Continue to make the defense a little harder for the team. Here you just run out. I don't think you had any flashes, or did you? Let's go back. You should have used your flash to come out the door. You're using your flashes in places where it's not going to help you. Throwing that flash way down in there first is not going to blind the guy right up close. He's just going to be able to turn from it. You should have just right clicked the flash out the window or out the door, clear your close angles left and right, or you use your flash at a place where they're more than likely to play. In this situation, like bench, truck, palace, this close corner here, cat. Don't just use your utility just to use it. Just try to think about it a little bit more.
Roger that.
Sneak around here.
I'm throwing laying down
And
smoke.
you guys can lose the game.
Grenade.
So some things to take away is for your T side, your post plant positioning. If you're gonna have an op on your T side, I would definitely try to avoid doing something in the strat, like throwing smoke. I would go into palace. I would go mid. There's a few things you can do because you kind of put yourself in an awkward position on your T side once you come out ramp. Everything's smoked off, so there's not much to do. So what you can do is just go straight to palace and come out of palace when your team executes, or go mid and try to catch a rotator. Your crosshair placement is a little off. You always want to be at headshot level with a rifle and a pistol. You want to be pre-aiming spots. You don't want to be like staring at the ground or whatever. You got to clear sights on your T side. Playing the bomb, there's no reason to take unnecessary fights unless, of course, it's like a 3v5 or 2v5, not in your favor. Then, of course, you want to try to make a play to even up the game as much as you can. For your CT side, you had no impact at mid. What you should have done was recognize that that you're not getting kills or you're losing the battle at mid, and use your spawn to go peek palace early or to peek ramp, to peek underpass, have somebody hold your top mid. You should have been moving around with that off a little bit more. And there's definitely a few situations where you could have peeked palace, saw nobody there, and then have your teammate just rotate over to B. Because they had no lurkers when they went to B. They just had 5-mans into B. So you could have gotten that info at palace, or pushing ramp, or pushing top mid. So you be a little bit more mobile with your op on your CT side. When you get smoked out, you definitely want to be trying to do something. You want to peek mid. If you're playing A, you want to peek mid. You want to try to make a play, try to get some info. And of course, you can always just wait, which is not too bad. You can wait, but then you need to be aware of like common spots on that retake and use your utility wisely. That's all I have. If you have any questions, please let me know. You're definitely not bothering me. It's okay to hit me up, ask some questions. Hopefully this demo review helped, and good luck in your future games.